and I'm gonna go ahead and drop my pack and head down this little unofficial trail down to the top of the waterfall. So we are now at about the highest elevation that I'm gonna reach on this trip. And for the first time, we get a pretty cool view of both the Pacific Ocean to the west and also views of all the surrounding mountains and valleys to the east. And then over to the north, you can see a few snow-capped mountain peaks off in the distance. I think that's the Ventana Wilderness area over there. So just been starting my descent. We topped out at about 3,200 feet at the peak back there. Started the trip from sea level. And so now we're heading back downhill, and pretty much we'll be going downhill for the rest of the trip for today and tomorrow. Just passed a group of 4 backpackers heading in the opposite direction. They were actually the first hikers I've seen on this trip so far. Other than them, there's been nobody else out here but me, which is a little surprising considering how beautiful this area is, how great the weather is, and that it's a holiday weekend. And definitely not complaining. Get the peace and quiet and my pick of the campsites and stuff like that. So I've been hiking down in some of this greener, lusher area, very similar to what I was doing yesterday. Beautiful down here. Crossing some little streams here and there. I can hear a bigger stream down below that I think I'll be crossing in a few minutes. Getting our first peek at Upper Salmon Creek Falls, which I think I'm going to go down and explore a little bit off trail. And I'm going to go ahead and drop my pack and head down this little unofficial trail down to the top of the waterfall. So that was Upper Salmon Creek Falls. Pretty fun little class 2-3 scramble on wet rock to traverse to the top of the falls. I am moderately experienced in bouldering, so rest assured that I was climbing well within my limits. There was no real danger there. And just in case, I did clip my InReach satellite device to my belt loop that does have an SOS button, just in case there was a inadvertent slip or something and I got in some trouble. I could always summon help. Beautiful little waterfall. Man, it's just so green down here, following along the Salmon Creek. Just super lush little canyon. Beautiful, just ferns everywhere, really green trees. All right, so here is the campsite for tonight. I didn't realize it was gonna be right on the creek. That is pretty awesome. Kind of lucky that there's nobody else here, given that it is a Saturday, New Year's Day, and we're actually only about 2 miles from the trailhead. So super lucky that this site's open. This is awesome. The Salmon Creek, beautiful. And the bench, yes. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and set up the tent tonight and sleep in the tent, just so I don't have to worry about messing with the sleeping pad and the hammock all night long like I kind of did last night. Since it is gonna get dark tonight at about 5, just another 45 minutes or so, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hang up the hammock and just kind of hang out in the hammock, watch some movies and just relax until it's time to go to bed, and then kind of crawl into the tent. So got the tent pitched right back there. Got my hammock pitched right over there. You can see that, I'm not sure. Really happy with this campsite. It's a great way to round out the final night of the trip. Really excited to go to sleep with the sound of the river behind me. And I will catch you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, day 4. Got up and broke down camp in the dark well before sunrise, as I typically tend to do on the final day of my trips. Just got a couple miles back to the trailhead this morning, mostly a downhill descent of about, I think, 800 feet or so. Ooh, and I can actually see my car way down there. It's the first dark car parked right there. And one final view of the Pacific Ocean here as we wind our way down the final few steps back to the Salmon Creek trailhead. Feeling that breeze coming in, feels nice. The ocean breeze hitting us. Nice way to end the trip. All right, guys, I'm pulled over here along one of the hundreds of scenic pullouts along California's Highway 1. Officially completed my 4-day trip in Big Sur, California. It was an awesome adventure. I had a lot of fun on this trip. There was lots to see. There was waterfalls, creeks, amazing ocean views. We climbed up over 3,000 feet, got up onto some peaks, had some pretty awesome campsites. Did some tent camping, did some hammock camping, put the tarp over the tent, had a mixture of all kinds of stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next one.